Okay, let's get into it. Want to go over the pre-market plan for you guys tomorrow. Beautiful. It is so good to see the market be back. It's so good to see, follow through and continuation. Coming into today, where we'll go over the plan that was coming into today, ended up cashing out on SPY. Just a beautiful trade, beautiful break and retest across the board, seeing our key levels get respected. So today was honestly a really, really good day. Uh, so starting off with the SPY. Right, I would say at market open, the indices themselves, such as SPY and Qs, pretty much have the better price action. And today was a very nice day here on SPY. Coming into today, as you can see here, the pre-market game plan on SPY is sitting right in between 642.15 and 637.50. Looking for a pop and fade off of 642. Why? Because we're bearish bias, we're trending to the downside, or a break and retest under 637. If we reclaim 642.15, we can expect the bulls to be in control on the intraday, meaning I'm pretty much hands off there if that does set up. And lo and behold, right, we ended up coming into today and we got a beautiful break and retest here on SPY under our weekly 637.50. Ended up catching this move all the way down into this lower day here. So that was a beautiful trade here on the SPY. So just clean price action at open, at least on the indices themselves. So going into tomorrow, I mean, you can clearly see here, we're in a downtrend. We're in a downtrend. So as I've said in the past, know your identity as a trader. Are you a gap fill trader, reversal trader? I'm a break and retest higher time frame continuation trader. So even if we are bullish on the intraday, that would just be a day for me to be a cash day, right? I don't want to counter trend trade. So coming into today, that was really a high probability shot just because it was also a gap fill play to the downside. We ended up opening above 637.50. You can see the previous day close was here. So I love the confluence, higher time frame bearish, we're trending to the downside. It's a gap fill play. There was a lot of confluences to take this play, and it's a weekly level. The higher the time frame, the stronger the level. So what am I looking for tomorrow? Well, break and retest under 631.55. That's what you would be looking for here, targeting the previous day low, and then of course targeting your higher time frame key level here, which is 626.30 on the SPY. That would be a solid shot. As for Qs, same thing. Going into tomorrow, what are you looking for? Break and retest under 564. I'm sorry, that was the game plan coming into today. And even today, right, you can see that setup. Very nice here. You ended up getting that break, good displacement candle here. Wicks showing sellers stepping in defending this, and then you ended up getting that flush here all the way down to 561.37. Never broke back above your key level, which means your thesis was never invalidated. So beautiful here on the overall market today. So into tomorrow, really just looking for, a short or a pop and fade off of 558.60, right, targeting this previous day low, and then of course targeting your higher time frame key level 550. We're in a downtrend, we're bearish bias, not looking to come into the day counter trend trading. Tesla's been, man, Tesla has been really getting on my nerves lately. I've been playing cat and mouse with this game every single day the last 4 days. Analysis and thesis has been spot on. We know we're looking for pop and fades. Look at that. We know we're looking for pop and fades. It's been giving us the setup every single day. So if people are saying like, oh, you can't trade Tesla, this and that, the price action was a little tough, of course, last week. But I mean, this thing is in a beautiful downtrend, just respecting key levels on the dot. And today, this was on my close watch list. If you look at Tesla here, pre-market plan, pullback short off of 367.35. That was the game plan here. We got the pullback short off of 367.35. What made it frustrating is it happened right at open. I have a hard rule, which is a non-negotiable. I do not trade the first 2 minute candle. In this setup, right, we ended up getting that retest the first 2 minute candle here. Never fall into the trap of hindsight. Everything is easy to say in hindsight, but practice good habits. I do not want to get rewarded for practicing bad habits. And you can see right on this 2 minute candle, we ended up getting that retest here. Wick right off above it. I mean, that's a very tight risk to reward. That's a beautiful trade. I was looking at Tesla. I would have preferred Tesla compared to SPY, just because as we know, tech names are going to move better on the underlying compared to the indices themselves. But nevertheless, still a beautiful read, beautiful analysis here. And you just got a straight flush into the lower day. And then if you held some runners, you never would have got stopped out here. So beautiful day here on Tesla, right? This third candle, I was looking for my shot here. Still, this is very aggressive because SPY and Qs was still picking a direction on the intraday and market open. And once I saw this candle get bought up very aggressively here, you can see this third candle. I was hoping I got just a little bit of a deeper pullback so I can take my shot. As you know, I'm a risk manager before a trader. I never got it. It is what it is. Going about your day. So just trying to catch this name, man. At least for me. At least for me. I'm just trying to catch Tesla. It's in a beautiful trend to the downside. Today was a decent day. A decent day. Not the cleanest price action, as you can see here around market open, right? Not the cleanest price action, but still off your key level. You end up getting a flush here. If you left some runners, you definitely would have cashed out here because on the intraday, it did end up hitting higher time frame key level all the way down to your higher time frame key level. That is what we're looking for here. Like I said before, you only need one solid trade to make your entire month. You only need one solid trade to make your entire week. Less is more. We know how Tesla moves on the underline. So even if you were down to runners, dude, and you caught this from 637 to 355, you're chilling on the week. That's how you have to look at it. So remember, less is more. So going into tomorrow, the only thing I'm looking for on Tesla is a break and retest under 355. If tomorrow's a bullish day and we end up pulling back, of course we have to pull back in order to go lower. I'm just hands off. We're trending to the downside. I'm not looking to counter trend trade. So break and retest under 355. Let's see if we can get that going into tomorrow. Nvidia, not the cleanest price action here today on Nvidia. I will be watching this, right? We ended up breaking outside of the range here, 170 on Friday. We did get that retest on the intraday on Friday. You got that melt to the downside. But today I was looking for a pop and fade off of this or a break and retest under 167.05. You know me, I'm pretty much big on being one and done. So I closed up the charts anyway. It was a quick work day after I took that trade on SPY. But right, key level down to key level. So going into tomorrow, what am I looking for here on Nvidia? Really a pop and fade off of 167.05. We ended up getting that break here today on the daily. So remember, we still need that retest on the daily time frame. So a pullback short off of 167.05. I really want this. I don't know if I'll get it, right? We won't know until we know. I really want this, right? This short turn in this range into resistance. We got the range break on Friday. We still have to retest this. So remember, this is the break and retest on the weekly time frame. This is a beautiful swing trade opportunity if that sets up. So I hope I can get this, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. We won't know until we know, but we'll see. But, and then also, you're going to be looking for a short under 164.40. I love the confluence here. It's a break and retest under a daily, and we're under the previous day low, which means price is likely to continue lower. And also, as you can see here, we are in a downtrend. Beautiful. So that's what I'm looking for tomorrow on NVIDIA. So it's either going to be a pop and fade, 167, or break and retest under 164.40 here on NVIDIA. As for the side watches, Amazon, beautiful here on Amazon. Just understanding liquidity, right? If you know you're in a downtrend, so you're not looking to go long here. You would just wait for the reclaim under this. Never would have caught this anyway. This happened far later into the session, around 10 a.m. I only trade the first 2 hours of market open, but nevertheless, you're looking for a pullback short off of 205. Today we actually got that retest, so we no longer need a retest. We definitely need this range break. You can see on Friday we got this, so we'll see. Just keep this in mind, right? These plays are always setting up. You have to understand when you're trading on the higher time frame, this is where patient pays because you're waiting maybe 2 or 3 days for the retest. Remember that. So still need a retest here. We'll see if we can get it on Amazon. We officially broke the range here. So we are officially bearish buys here on Amazon. If you zoom out on the weekly, on the daily, you can see we're in a range here between 202 and 212. So this is a range break. So we are officially bearish buys here on Amazon. So today we got that break on the daily. So what are we looking for tomorrow? We're looking for a pullback short off of 202.50 here on Amazon. Boom, 202.50, or a break and retest under 197.30. Who knows what happened tomorrow, but more likely, this is most likely going to be the closest shot, right? I doubt this is going to set up tomorrow, a break and retest under 197.30 unless we gap, down pre-market. So you're really looking for a pop and fade off of 202.50 here on Amazon. If we reclaim this just like we did today, just a little bit, you can kind of expect this pullback to 606.40. Remember, we still have to pull back and retest this. We got the range break, so just keep that in mind, but you're looking for a short here off of 202.50. Apple, beautiful today on Apple, beautiful. We actually ended up, I gave a great example here today on the Discord. This is something, right, we always want to teach. That was our no trade zone. 720, nice here. Apple broke the no trade zone and turned it into resistance. That's a dot. Plan your trade your plan. We broke this down. Apple was just sitting sideways, so we just treated all of this like a no trade zone. And what do we do today? We turn this channel into resistance. Beautiful. On the dot. Break, good displacement, retest. You got that flush into the lower day here. You broke that, and we hit our target here. So, which was just an old low, meaning unmitigated liquidity on Apple. So very nice to see the market, starting to play out, starting to give a little bit of some cleaner price action here. Still going to take it slow. Get my feet wet before I start scaling back up. Just want to get some base hits under my belt. I've had a record-breaking month of cash days, which is good, which is really, really good. I'm going to be ending the month green. Nothing crazy, but very happy with the discipline that we all displayed this month. So going into tomorrow, today we got the break here on the daily. So you're looking for a pullback short. It's a weekly level, so we just want to see that turn into resistance. A pop and fade off of 248.30 or a break and retest under 244. So on the higher time frame, Apple is still in this gap. In this range. As soon as we break under 244, we are no longer in a range on the higher time frame, and we would be officially bearish bias. Even though we are, pretty much leaning more so towards the downside on Apple, we're still in a range, right? You got to be neutral. So until then, officially bearish bias under 244. But tomorrow is fairly simple. You're just looking for a pullback short off of 248.30 or a break and retest under 244. I've been playing with weekly expirations, end of week expiration contracts still. Remember, guys. You need your trade to work out right away if you're playing with zeros or next day expiration. So I want to be able to sit in my trades, scale out of my trades to catch those bigger moves. So I personally just been playing end of week expiration. Remember, I've made a video on this in the past. You can ruin an A+ trade based on the option contracts you pick. Remember that. Microsoft. So today, as you can clearly see, Microsoft had some relative strength compared to the market. But remember, in order for us to trend lower, like we are, we're going to have a day where we pull back. And today was actually a solid day on Microsoft. Why? Understanding market structure. You can see we actually gapped down here on Friday. Look at this. This was the previous day close here, and we gapped down on Friday. So what was today? Just a gap fill. We ended up filling the gap right after we filled that gap. Not completely, but you get the gist. After we filled that gap, we came all the way back down and we closed right back under 359.50. That was beautiful. Just clean market structure, filling the gap, and so on. So what are we looking for tomorrow on Microsoft? You can clearly see, I mean, this name is in a downtrend. You don't even have to guess that. Look at this. Beautiful here. If this wants to work, look at that beautiful downtrend on Microsoft. So tomorrow, what are you looking for? You're just looking for a break and retest or a short under 359.50. You can target this previous day low, which you can see, not a higher time frame key level, but you can see there's definitely some support here. There's no doubt about that. This is pretty much a daily double bottom now, because this is Friday's lows and this is Monday's low. So there's definitely some buyers sitting here defending this. So you want to take a short off of 359.50. If it sets up, obviously, right, you got to read it. You got to read the overall market. You can target this here and then, of course, target your higher time frame key level, which is going to be 351.45 here on Microsoft. Palantir, not really a name that I watch too much. Higher time frame setup. So another name that ended up gapping down on Friday. Remember, we were treating this as a no trade zone for obvious reasons. You can see it was just sitting in a range between 161 and 148. We ended up gapping down on Friday, kind of having a gap and go. And then today was an inside bar day, kind of, and then we ended up just getting that nice sell-off at the end of day, but we did not gravitate towards a higher time frame key level. So still looking for this, right? We still have to retest this and turn this channel into resistance. So who knows, right? We may just have that gap and go, and we may not catch it. So going into tomorrow, you're just looking for a short here under 135.90 on Palantir if you're looking for that. Looking for that continuation lower. So, and then AMD, really nothing for me here on AMD. I'm treating all of this as a no trade zone for obvious reasons. You can see we're just in a channel here. Let me go to my weekly. I'll let my trades come to me. Low probability environment. Let's see what sets up here. You can see AMD has been stuck in between 225 and 187.25. So there's no trade for me here. I'm just treating all of this as a no trade zone. It is a low probability environment. I want to trade outside of a range where I can expect nice follow through and continuation like we've been seeing pretty much the last 2 days. So we ended up catching a trade last week on Qs. And then today we caught a trade on SPY. So just been nice to see, right, follow through continuation since we broke this range. So these are the conditions you want to trade in, right? Trend to the upside, trend to the downside. These are the environments you do not want to trade in. So what am I waiting for? Right, consolidation, next leg lower. So just waiting for the break here under 187.25 on AMD. Hope this helps. Don't jump the gun too yet, guys. Right, so far it's good. Get your feet wet, get back into the groove of things, such as I am. There is no rush. And also, we have red photo news every single day this week. Every single day this week. Today we have red photo news at 7:30, which is a good thing, I would say, just because red photo news equals volatility in the market. So today you can see that we had Powell speak. Tomorrow we have red photo news again at 7 a.m. Wednesday we have red photo news before market open and at 7 a.m. Thursday red photo news 5:30, and then Friday red photo news 5:30. So very jam-packed week regarding news, which is a good thing, right? Equals volatility. But remember, news invalidates technical analysis. So you do not want to get into a trade or be in a trade. If you are in a trade when news comes out, you at least want to be scaled out of your position to lock in some profits. So hope this helps. Appreciate the love, support, and I will see you guys on the